Hi, I'm Debbie Brown with Debbie Brown Quilts, and thanks for joining me on Watch It Wednesday. I am finishing quilting this small wall hanging. It's about 40 inches square. I started in the center medallion and I worked my way out toward the edges. I left these blue and white triangles, curved triangles, in this border unquilted because I wanted the wool batting to pop them out. It did, but they're looking a little crinkly, and I think I need something to go and stitch them down. What I'm thinking I want to do is stitch a curve, approximately, a curve from here to here, here to here, here to here, and there to there. I can't go from the corner because it's a curve. This is an interior curve here. And if I do a curve from here to here, I'll go out into the white feather. So what I'm going to do is stitch in a bit. And I have my multi-clamshell ruler from Handi Quilter. When using a ruler with your home sewing machine, you have to have the correct foot. This is a ruler foot for my machine, and know the correct size of your ruler that works with your machine. I have a Handi Quilter Stitch 710 machine, and it uses 1/4 inch templates, and this is a foot that accommodates. So check with your machine manufacturer to find out if you have the right foot and what size rulers you're supposed to be using. Now, what I'm going to do is, this is a 1/4 inch ruler foot, meaning the edge of the foot is a 1/4 inch away from my needle in all directions. So I'm going to, let me take the 3-inch side here, and I'm going to put a little curve, and I'm going to hold it a 1/4 inch away from the edge. Now, I can see that easily. Let me move it up so you can see it too. Is that good? So I can see that 1/4 inch easily. If you can't, you can just take a ruler in there and hold it in at that 1/4 inch so that you know you're a 1/4 inch in. And then I'll put the ruler here and a 1/4 inch on that side, all around it. That'll take me well within the curve. Now, there are markings on the ruler, but if I'm going to be doing something very specific, I add a marking to the ruler. Actually going to take a piece of painter's tape, washi tape, whatever you have, and make an extra line on my ruler. Now for every curve going around this border, I'm going to put this line on the seam line. So let's see how this goes. I'm going to stitch into where the ruler is, stitch around it, end up in the corner, put the ruler next to the foot, that's my 1/4 inch, I'm going to stitch out, turn the ruler upside down. I'm going to stitch back, and I'm going to put it here on the line, and I'm going to stitch down. Now when I get to a corner here, I'm only going to stitch one curve down and one curve out. So I'll put my ruler in place. Again, measuring if you need to see that that's a 1/4 inch, and stitch down. Then I can put the ruler next to my foot and stitch out. This quilt's only about 40 inches square, so I'm going to turn the whole quilt and work my way down again. So I will put this in position here with the 1/4 inch, stitch down to it, and stitch around the ruler. I'm going to continue this all the way around the quilt. I've stitched all the way around the border now, and I really like the way it took up that fullness but still lets it puff up a bit in contrast to the feathered areas that are stitched down more securely. I'm glad I waited till the end to make that decision. It's never too late to go back and add a little quilting as long as the quilt is secure as you go along. So I wouldn't stitch the inner medallion and the outer border and then go back in and stitch the middle. I did work my way out, but I had these were well secure, and it was no problem to come back and decide on those later. Thanks for joining me for Watch It Wednesday. I'm Debbie Brown of DebbieBrownQuilts.com. Visit my website and subscribe to my email newsletter. I don't send out newsletters very often, so I won't bother you that very frequently. You can find me on all social media as Debbie Brown Quilts, and I look forward to seeing you on my next Watch It Wednesday.